High Voltage Custom here, guys. Going to take you down the path of disassembling this HBPDW brace by SB Tactical. You may also see this brace or a stock version of it on the HoneyBadger from Q LLC or the Space Invader by Noveske. So let's just kind of start here. The reason why I need to do this is because I need to Cerakote this polymer portion up here. So what I need to do is disassemble the rails and the brace portion from this polymer portion so that I can just Cerakote what I need and I don't have to tape off everything. So how do we do that? I went on the internet and I couldn't find any information. Basically everywhere it says you cannot disassemble this thing. Is as it is, and there's no way to take it apart. It's not like the SB PDW brace where you just pinch the two adjustment levers and then you can slide the whole portion off the back. So I got part of it apart here. Basically I was messing around with it and I had my pick in there and I was pushing around, and this is the key. If you guys can get this retainer clip off, that's how you get this thing apart. So the problem is you can't see in here. You can't see what it looks like. You know, in here I got another one I already took apart. But basically this clip locks into the button with this, you know, kind of spring-loaded little detent deal there. So it just locks in there. It's just a retainer clip, and you got to get that apart. The other problem is there's a little bit of a lobe sticking up here, so we need to get that through one of these notched portions on the rail. So when you do this, to actually get this apart, you know, if I pull this all the way back, you can see it locks, okay? But the problem is when I go to take this clip out, that little retainer portion on the top, it won't slide past here because there's metal right there. So if you're going to start prying on this clip and pulling it out, what you need to do is find where it locks and then just push it back a little ways, you know, about the width of that about the width of this notch here. So, you know, once it latches, just go ahead and push it back about the width of that notch. Then what you'll be able to do is pull this out, and that little lobe on the top will slide through there. So what I had to do was actually come in from the bottom here and kind of pry in between this clip and the body of this polymer, and I had to put so you need a pretty thin pick, and I push that pick in there, and then basically all I'm doing is prying this way, okay? But you need to have this brace in the right area so that once you pry, you'll be able to slide this thing all the way out. Okay, so that's the key. You got to kind of have it in this position, and then you'll be able to pry it back and then basically pull the whole thing out. Once you got it there, I'm going to show you guys the next portion. We got to get this button out so you guys can see, you know, that button is still retained. So what I need to do, what's retaining it is actually this post right here. And the only portion in the whole brace assembly that has a notch for both of them is at the very back, okay? So what we need to do is get this all the way back, all right? The other thing I need to do, it won't come out right now yet. There's a little polymer piece. I got another one here I already took apart. There's a little polymer post right there. So what I need to do is like pry up on that button, and then I can shove it out. So I got to get that button. That post fits right in the squared area here. So what I need to do is pick up this button, or this button, so that polymer piece can slide underneath there. So I'm just going to do that now. I'm just going to get in here and pry up on it, and there it's kind of up. So once I pry up on that, then I should be able to take this punch and just shove it out maybe. Let's see, sometimes you got to pry this up a little bit more. Or even push down on the polymer. So I had to kind of rotate. make sure it's all the way back. And then go ahead and there, push that right out. Sometimes you gotta get rough with stuff, you know. So once you pull that out, there went the spring in there, but so there's a little spring. And so once you pull that out, the spring sits in that button like that. Okay, so once you pry this up over that polymer piece and push on it, it should slide all the way out and your spring and button will come out. So kind of nice. I got that. Now I have this piece here. I can just Cerakote. I don't have to worry about, because I got to blast this, I don't have to worry about all the grit and everything getting stuck in this button. And I need to bake this because I use H series Cerakote. You're not supposed to bake springs, so, you know. So it works out pretty good. And coming down the road here, guys, if that brace rule comes into effect, some of you guys might want to be SBRing, you know, short barrel rifle, registering your pistols so that you can put a stock on it. You know, I don't think they will sell them this way, but I'll tell you what, if they would offer a kit where you could get rid of this brace piece and they'd send you this portion with the butt stock on it and maybe an extra clip in case you break this, and you know, I'm sure they probably won't because they don't want people digging around in here with a pick like I just did, but it is possible. I didn't have any help, and that's why I'm making this video, because, you know, it's actually not too bad, and I think many of you could handle that, or at least take it to a gunsmith, and if they watch this video they could figure it out. So that would be nice if, you know, this would save a lot of money if they just sold this kit where it was just, you know, the brace, well, get rid of the brace, they'd sell you the stock portion and the retainer clip, and then you guys could change it out yourself. The other nice thing is I can change, you know, if you don't like the burnt bronze color of the button, I can Cerakote. I'm actually going to Cerakote this black because I'm doing a green on this, so it'll look a little better. So yeah, worked out really good. Hopefully this helps you guys if you were struggling, or if you had no idea how this comes apart and you really wanted to get it apart. I know this will probably help Cerakoters if you have this kind of stock or kind of brace and you want to just Cerakote this portion. That would be awesome. So anyway, have a good one, guys. Thanks.